So now seems like a good time to announce next steps. My sleep is pretty stable. I've currently stopped taking Adderall and I stopped smoking weed. Still take CBD oil every day. Still drink a gallon of green tea every day. Take a lot of vitamin D, but I need to make my own vitamin D besides just licking the knife because that's less than optimally scientific, though more scientific than people might imagine. So, right now, there's a lot of thoughts I have going on about business, life, drug addiction, drug dependency, etc. One thing I think about drug dependency that's fairly interesting is that at some points in time, it's very, very easy to stop taking drugs. At other points in time, it is almost impossible to stop taking drugs. And there are books like The Easy Way to Quit Smoking, which, excuse me, make it easy to stop taking drugs. But it really, to me, it seems like there's a certain sensitivity. Like, I was planning on stopping Adderall and weed, and I have stopped Adderall and weed many times throughout the last year. And then I go back to smoking weed or vaping weed and taking Adderall, which I'm prescribed for ADHD. I do have. And it wasn't that I was doing that from a lack of willpower. It's simply the fact that it is difficult to function off of these substances when I have such persistent sleep problems, and getting my body to stabilize off of them was very hard. It's hard to get to stabilize on them, but moving between the two allowed me to stabilize. And then I realized that I needed to ultimately get off of it if I wanted to really, really stabilize. And I'm like, if I'd never taken Adderall, it would have been much easier for me to fix my sleep, most likely. And maybe not. I don't know. I do know, actually, yeah, it would have been far easier because the binders and stuff in the Adderall makes it far harder. So, which is really irritating, honestly, because this kind of brings me to that point of, like, if I had a lab, I probably would have just made myself my own Adderall without the binders and fillers that give me insomnia. I probably would have just done that. But I didn't, and I won't because I don't need to anymore because I'm not on Adderall, and nor do I really have any desire to be on Adderall. It's something I've surpassed. It is something I used at a point in time when my gut was destroyed, and that was inhibiting my brain function because the gut's the second brain. So if your gut's completely destroyed, good luck having excellent brain function. It's simply not going to happen. And I went on Adderall. I was prescribed Adderall for ADHD I was diagnosed with because I realized ADHD was very real. Started researching it, and I was like, yeah, this is... holy cow, I guess I have this. And it was causing me problems at that point in time, but a lot of that was also PTSD from not sleeping because I was 20 at the time, and when I was 18, I had an entire month of agrippina exciata, like complete loss of sleep function, and it nearly killed me. And I am incredibly traumatized from this. Like, I can't think about anything that isn't working on fixing this. Like, I'm literally just itching. I've just had a third child, and I'm just itching to get back to work on the God Engine book. I'm itching to write the sequel, or I don't even know if it's a sequel, it's just another book. I'm just going to keep writing on this topic because the only options I have are to shut the hell up forever and die, or to talk as much as I possibly can about this until I have completely fixed the problem for myself and everyone else, because simply aiming at fixing the problem for myself really isn't enough. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I imagine it as like this giant ocean consuming everything. And if the ocean's lapping at my toes, that's not sufficient. The ocean needs to be like lapping at the toes of someone 800 people in front of me. So I have to save 800 people. Effectively. I mean, that's kind of what I'm talking about. I have to like actually not only fix this for myself, but fix this for so many people that the competency level for fixing this is raised so high that I never have to worry about Agrippina exciata ever again, because I mean, that's the name of the devil in my mind, is Agrippina exciata. I mean, it's not literally the name of the devil, but it's the name of the insomnia demon. It's Agrippina exciata. It is the grip of the brain that will not shut off. And it is hell. And I have been forced to lose my mind over and over and over again. And maybe I'll make a video on what insomnia is like, but I'll tell you a little bit about what it's like right now because it came up, so why not? So it's basically like having your personality destroyed in front of you, having your memory destroyed in front of you, having your cognitive function destroyed in front of you while your body is subjected to the Cruciatus curse in slow motion. And you keep on losing your mind until you get a little bit of sleep 7, 8, 12 days later, 20 days later. And then you feel sanity again, but you don't really know what it means. You're just completely disoriented, but the pain ceased just enough to allow you to see the fact that you're going to have to go through that again. And then you lose your mind again. You go crazy again. You have to watch yourself going crazy. And then you sleep a little bit and you come back to yourself just enough to appreciate what you're going to lose again. And you go through this forever, basically. That was like my life. I'd say until, but it's still my life. I still feel this every moment of every day. So what do I do about it? Well, I become a one-man army like Uncle Iroh. I train because, I mean, if you're going to be subjected to horror constantly, you might as well train. Bring it on, horror, you know, like bring it the fuck on. More than ready. And, yeah, I'm done. Like, I don't want the horror to come, but if the horror is going to come, then the horror is going to find out that I'm the real horror. I'm killing that demon. In my mind's eye, I picture it impaled between a spear, my foot, and the oak tree upon which I am going to watch it bleed out while I strip it of all its strength. I've already named it. Agrippina exciata, the insomnia demon. The sister of suicide. Sleeplessness is the greatest predictor of suicide. I know this demon, and I'm going to keep dismantling him. So, yeah, I mean, basically, there's just windows of opportunity that pop up to stop taking drugs. And one popped up, and I was like, okay, I guess I don't. Like, I was doing lots of things, basically just listening to my body on a very, very high level. If you want to learn how to do this, watch my course, Listening to Your Body 101. It's about how to do this. It's listening to my body on a very high level and moving towards not needing the drug by meditating, consuming green tea, like all the things I felt made me not need the drugs. And then I felt this, I was like, I just don't really need the drug. So I stopped 7 days ago. Feel great. I also stopped calling it Adderall in my head. It's amphetamine and marijuana. Because it's easier for me not to take amphetamine and not to consume marijuana than it is to not take Adderall and smoke weed, which is funny. Names are powerful things. So, this leaves me in a house that I am renting, a townhouse that I am renting. It leaves me with a car. I need to get a new car. I'm going to be doing that. I'm going to be getting a house soon, which is pretty cool. It's important to have a house. Having a house is really important because that means I can take my neurotic thoughts and I can put them into home improvement. Like living here, it's nice, but I can't just go unconscious and start repairing things as a coping mechanism because I don't really like live here, so it's not a super great investment to just like improve a rental property that I'm going to be leaving, though I have improved it. So that is very interesting. I really like that, like just improving where you live. Like I want to just like, because it's like I'm very dissatisfied. Like I'm really dissatisfied in a lot of ways, but I'm also very satisfied in a lot of ways. It's interesting. I've kind of always felt this way. Like I've just felt this. And public school was really not the place for me because if you want to learn and do things, in my experience, public school is the last place you want to be. I mean, why would you go to public school if you want to learn things? I mean, the purpose of public school is to prevent people from using information to their benefit. Basically, I mean, they don't teach you how to build things. They don't teach you how to fight. They don't teach you about weapons. They don't teach you how money and fiat currency work. They don't teach you about banking. They don't teach you about industry. They don't teach you economics. They don't teach you useful history. It's like how religious institutions exist to prevent people from having religious experiences. Schools exist to prevent people from becoming educated because after all, if you're so busy in school, when do you have the time to be educated? Me, I'm very intelligent. I just to school and I read books. So I became seemingly one of the most literate people of my generation. I just keep reading. I don't know. Other people don't read. It kind of bums me out. I'll like go try to talk to them about books. I didn't even think I read that much. Like I'm like, you know, like most of the day, I'm really not reading. Maybe I only read like an hour a day, most days, sometimes more. But I'm also thinking about books and I listen to audiobooks. And then I'm just the way I am. And I'm moving in this direction. And that's very interesting to me. And I don't really think it's more complicated than that. I think I'm in a flow state basically all the time. I've achieved this. It's really cool. I'm in a flow state pretty much all the time. And in order to continue this flow state, this is the purpose of the video. I'm now grokking the purpose of the video from the flow state. So basically, where's my water? Here it is. So basically, I'm kind of in a flow state all the time because I have like infinite horror in the form of like completely losing the ability to sleep, losing my mind, my body shutting down on me and dying. And then the other hand, I have world domination, building the world that I want, preserving all the most beautiful areas of New England in the North American Northeast, building a new economy based on Henry Ford's principles, which were the principles that raised wages for everyone and created the version of American prosperity that everyone now believes themselves to be entitled to. And I say it that way because at the end of the day, it's like people are like, yeah, what happened to America? What happened to America? And it's like, you go read Ford, and it's like, what happened to America is that people thought that it was the fact that it was America that made it great instead of the decisions of the people. And what drives me effing crazy is just how regulated we are to death. Like, you can't do work in aviation. You can't do work on nuclear, and, like, good luck doing work on medical research. So those are three things that I really want to do a lot of work on in my life. Like, I've just had it. Like, I've literally just had it. Like, you know that guy who goes around in social media going, I'm trans indigenous. Like, I feel like him, but I feel like a lot more capable than he does. Like, I'm like, okay, you want to regulate me. You want to tell me I'm crazy for saying that I have total insomnia. You want to create a bullshit educational system that punishes me for wanting to learn. You want to have UMass Amherst try to shove communist propaganda down my throat. Well, the quality of the classes is shit. Shit. Absolute shit. I was literally tested on material on the slides on Tuesday. On Monday, the day before lecture, when I brought this up to the professor, he said, yeah, that's just because of a scheduling error. Try to do your best. They're complete apathetic fucks. And I'm going to make them pay for it because the reason you develop a good educational system is to neutralize people like me. That's why you do it. You do it because there are incredibly articulate, hyper-literate geniuses out there who are insatiably focused on accomplishing their ends. And in order to prevent them from completely upending the current order, you funnel them into positions of power where you overwork them so they have no time to do anything. I've got plenty of time to do stuff. And, oh, what? Would you look at that? All the people you've put in positions of power, you haven't chosen them based on competence. You've chosen them based on compliance. Because the greatest predictor of success in school now is not IQ or trait conscientiousness. It's agreeableness. And so, I will make them pay for that error. Like, when your opponent's out of stance in wrestling, you make them pay, like taking them down and pinning them. Well, this society is out of stance. Its stance is that compliance and agreeableness and memorizing a bunch of useless information is far more important than actual reasoning ability. And so I will give them many reasons to understand why they are wrong. Mostly by just outcompeting them in business, dominating them in business, outmaneuvering them culturally, outmaneuvering them in politics, and every single area in which a person with time, energy, resources, and intellect, and knowledge can own people. Because it just frustrates me, it really frustrates me that my teacher confiscated the Odyssey from me in 4th grade. It really frustrates me that in 5th grade, it's just BS. It's like how, again, I said, religious institutions exist to prevent people from having religious experiences. Well, that's school. And so I'm going to take advantage of that. That's why I'm on YouTube, Because who else is on YouTube? All the dissatisfied young men who agree with me and feel exactly the way I feel. And, oh, look, would you look at that? This is a 17-minute long video, so I'm pre-selecting people for attention span. Oh, would you look at that? I'm not cutting the video and editing the video and making it super entertaining on purpose. It is entertaining if you're an intelligent, motivated person who understands what's going on and wants to take advantage of it. But if you're someone looking for dopamine, go elsewhere. I'm selecting people based on ambition, attention span, and dissatisfaction. Yeah. I'm building an army through YouTube, slowly. And no one's going to notice because it's happening after the 8-minute mark and they have no attention span. Oh, would you look at that guy? He doesn't make edited videos. His videos are uncut and unedited. He must not be important. Ha 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 ha. I know how you think and I'm outmaneuvering you in the fucking 4th dimension, dickwads. I'm getting a little aggressive about this, but it's just fun for me because I basically, the educational system was this, I don't know, an inoculation against tyranny for me because it's literally based on the Prussian system. Our education system is based on the Prussian system, which is explicitly designed to produce unthinking soldiers. Unthinking soldiers aren't good soldiers. You want creative people. You want Odysseus. You want Achilles. You want Agamemnon. You don't want Grey Worm. He's got no balls. And that's the thing, is people oh, I want Grey Worm. I want Grey Worm. And so they get Grey Worm. I want Khal Drogo. I want, I don't know, that dude with the knife, the guy who throws the knife. I want people who can think. I want people who are dissatisfied. I want people who just like hearing me talk about this stuff, because if they're going to work with me, they're going to hear me talk about this stuff. So I'm working on that. I'm working on, again, I'm not really focused on supplement sales right now. I honestly don't, I'm not focused on scaling that. People can buy the supplements or not buy the supplements. I honestly don't give a shit. I made those for me. I made those to communicate to people what I'm doing. I mean, if you look at the supplements, I basically expressed my theory on metabolism in the language of supplements. It's pretty cool. Those are the chemicals that I believe we need to supplement in order to have optimal metabolism, pretty much. There's a few others, but it's most of them. It's a philosophy in supplements. And the philosophy is on the label. It's beautiful. I don't really want to push it. If people don't understand, like again, I'm not like into that. Like I've thought about it. I'm gonna develop hoodies, clothing, merch. I'm gonna develop some more products that will sell faster, but I don't care to educate people. Like I'm not gonna be like, oh, buy my supplements, like I don't care. Don't buy my supplements. Just don't buy them. Don't buy my supplements. Go buy other people's supplements. Actually, don't. They're poison. I'm not going to tell you to buy poison. But that's not really a goal of mine. I thought about that business wise. Like, I just don't care about scaling the supplements because in order for me to do the work I need to do in the supplement industry, I need proactive customers who are doing their own research and finding the shit out for themselves. And I don't really care to just educate people on this because the education is inevitable and that will take up time that I could be spending doing more things. Like the books, etc., etc., etc. And I feel like the real power is in production. I can produce more. Why focus on trying to get people to buy what I've already produced when I can just produce more? And then they'll buy that, and then et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. That being said, I'm probably going to make some videos. Well, I don't know. I mean, honestly, I don't know. Right now I'm focused on the books. I like the books. I like the articles. I'm really interested in Chat GPT. Oh, I need a lab too. I'm going to build myself another lab. You know, it's been 8 years since I've had a lab. It's too long without a lab for me. You know, I need a lab. I need a dedicated lab so I can really be effective. And I want to make videos about what I'm doing in the lab. I mean, really, like, my course is like everything you need for knowledge on the supplements. I can make more videos on the supplements, but then I just, like, I don't know. I find it unappealing. Just being like, oh, take the supplements for this reason. Like, I'm going to try to convince you to, like, take them. Like, please take my supplements, please. I don't want to do that. I just don't want to do that. Like, go die if you don't want to be healthy. If you want to be healthy, take them. You know, they're just available. At the end of the day, you don't see empires built on marketing. You see empires built on building. My building will be my marketing. You know, like at the end of the day, like what I build will be my marketing. Because I'm marketing myself, I'm marketing my ideas, I'm marketing the future that my ideas compel me to work towards. Agent mode on ChatGPT. It keeps on trying to run my life. It's very odd. It keeps on trying to run my life. It keeps saying, like, oh, if you tell me what your goals are, I'll tell you how to achieve them. Like, dude, I can do that myself. Like, you really think that you're going to beat, like, how many years of evolution? That's such an interesting thing. Like, evolutionary thinking with creationist thinking. I think it's really that the Holy Spirit creates through the image of God. Oh shit, that's literally what it says in the beginning of John. So it's like the urge to live creates through the emerging image of God implicit in creation. That's fascinating. But basically, Grok now makes videos. So again, it's like, maybe I'll make some videos on the vitamins and stuff. I want to like make more artistic. Like I want to really maximize my art. That's really what I want to do. Like maybe I'll make a documentary on the creation of the supplements. That'd be interesting. Make a documentary on the creation of the supplements. Um Hmm. 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 I mean, I think at the end of the day, what's ultimately going to get people to invest in their health and buy my supplements at the scale that I want them to, which is everyone, is just me being so obviously kick ass and mentally sharp and physically dominant that they're just like, how do you do this? And I'm like, well, B vitamins prevent you from hitting the wall. So that's how I do it. Take B vitamins and I eat really healthy and I do all these other things. But it's just like if I start going and trying to sell these supplements to people and like convince them, then what I'm not doing is building the next step. And then someone else could just come in and then copy my branding, copy my marketing, copy all that stuff, and then run me out of business. Because the real power of my business is not what I have done. It's what my business enables me to do. The real power of this is freeing human productivity from the shackles of low metabolism, no time, no vision, no means. That's the real power of this. And that's why I need lab, so I can do more work on this subject. That's why I need yeah, I mean, it's basically why I need a lab. So that's really the next step, is the lab and stuff. Like, it's weird to me. Like, I really can't understand why people aren't buying the supplements. Like, why I haven't sold out yet. Like, I really can't wrap my head around that. It's just kind of like, huh. I haven't sold out yet. I got the only B vitamin on the market. I got a bunch of people with insomnia watching my channel. People aren't motivated. Like, people just aren't that motivated. And it's like, I was going to sell them on Amazon, but then Amazon changed their policy so quickly that now my supplements aren't compliant with Amazon, because you need to make them in an Amazon facility in order for them to be Amazon compliant. It's just, there's so much BS that goes on that, like, I could focus on the quick buck now, or I could focus on building the system. Like, really, this is really my thoughts. This is really my thoughts. Like, if I can't sell the supplements without running ads, without like really focusing on it, then I'm not really selling the supplements. I'm pushing the supplements, and I have to keep pushing them, and keep pushing them, and keep pushing them, and keep pushing them. And I don't take supplements to push supplements. Like, take them if they help you. Don't take them if they don't help you. Like, I just don't care. I made them for myself. They work for me to do what I need to do. And I felt like it was, like, I couldn't go telling people to improve their health if I wasn't giving them the ability to do so, because I was only taking supplements I made myself. And I mean, literally, like what am I going to do? Like, tell someone who's like watching the insomnia course, they're like, I want to get healthy. And I'm like, go make your own B vitamin. So I sell a B vitamin. It's the best B vitamin on the market, but so I sell a B vitamin. If I were to just only focus on supplement sales, it would, like, I would be pushing. I don't really want to push. Like, I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's helpful. And this is really like what separates the way I think from the way most business owners think, is most business owners are like, I'm not getting the kind of growth I want, push harder. And I don't agree with that. I think if I'm not getting the kind of growth I want, then I should just keep growing. You know what I mean? Like, it's like, okay, I'll just make more products. I'll just continue to like write more books and stuff. Because at the end of the day, I don't think that the supplements are going anywhere. Like the supplement industry and the need for supplements isn't going anywhere. And since it's not going anywhere, I'm at no risk of losing anything by waiting. The only thing I would lose by rushing is time, which is what I have right now. I have time. So, since the supplements aren't going anywhere, and since it's inevitable that people realize they need my supplements, what do? I think I just keep developing on that theme. You know, I develop vitamin D, I develop the books, I just keep on developing and talking about it on YouTube. I keep on developing my articulative ability. I keep on developing my vision here. I have a really, really cool quotes page on Instagram. It's Weak to Warrior Wisdom. That is really cool. You guys should definitely check that out. That's just like, mwah, chef's kiss. So, it's like, do I want money or do I want service? And it's like, I'm focusing on service. But if I try to sell the supplements, I'm focusing on money. Because it's like, who am I serving by like really trying to sell these things? Because like, to my opinion, like you either want to save your own neck or you don't want to save your own neck. That's it. So what am I going to do? Try to convince you to save your own neck? And then you're like, it wasn't worth it. I don't want to save my own neck. I'd rather die. And then I lose, like, I just don't care. I don't even care if I don't sell supplements to anyone in my generation or any like if I don't sell supplements for 2 generations. Like, if it takes 2 generations for my ideas to catch on enough, so what? I'll just be doing other stuff. Like, you know what I mean? Like, why would I push to make it happen when it's not going to happen? I'm just going to keep on improving my position. This is it. It's jujitsu. It's effing jujitsu. It's like, am I going to chase the submission? No, I'm just going to keep improving my position until the submission emerges. That's all it is. I'm just going to keep improving my position until the submission emerges. I'm just going to keep on improving my company's stance until the behavior that I want in my customer emerges. That's it. Like, if I started going around trying to recruit people to take over the world right now, it wouldn't really work very well. I know the infrastructure. So I'm not. I just talk about it. I keep talking about it, and I keep improving my position a little bit. And, well, wouldn't you know, in 10, 20, 30 years, I'm going to take over the world. It'll just emerge. It'll be an emergent property of what I've done. And that's power. That's what Ford did. Because if you push growth too far, too fast, you outgrow your own house. And then you're cold and you freeze to death. You got to grow at the same rate as your house. That's really what I've realized. And what I've realized is the house is really people. It's like the zeitgeist. It's the economy. It's all these different things. And, yeah, I've realized that. So I'm not focused on trying to sell the supplements, which is what GPT wants me to do with the agent mode. It's like, I'll help you sell more supplements. I'm like, I don't care about selling more supplements, GPT. If I wanted to sell more supplements, I just go sell more supplements. I don't want to. I want to write my book. I want to write another book. I want to make quote pages. Maybe I'm going to make posters. Maybe I'll sell posters of the quotes. That'd be interesting. Huh. That's an idea. Maybe I sell quote posters. I don't know. I know that my ideas have improved my life so much and motivated me so much and enlightened me so much that I could not make do without my supplements or my ideas for a single day. So, if anyone wants to compete with me or try to replicate what I'm doing, they're going to realize they need my stuff. So I'm really more focused on doing the incredibly impressive thing that will force them to realize they need my methods rather than sell my methods. Because I did the same thing when I was health coaching. I was like, I'm going to convince people to be healthy. You know what I do now? This is what I do now. I don't convince people of shit. Why would I want to convince people of shit? Like, if you don't just trust me and think that I'm super fucking awesome, fuck you. Or not. I don't know. I probably don't. No. I don't know. It's okay. You're a person. I'm a person. It's all good. Trust is earned over time. But, like, look at me now. Now people are like, oh my God, Devin, how are you so jacked and strong? And I'm like, must be magic. And they're like, no, really. I just tell them I talk about it on YouTube. But, like, focusing on me makes people care more about my ideas. Because at the end of the day, if I'm so focused on, like, it's like beware of the man with the shirtless man, beware of the naked man selling you a shirt. You know what I'm saying? It's like, if I'm like, buy these supplements, like, it just whatever, dude. Like, again, like, if no one wants to buy like, I'm gauging the collective consciousness of people, right, through all of this. Like, I'm gauging the collective consciousness. So I'm like, okay, the supplements, it's like the supplements are going to sell because they're simply the logical conclusion of the scientific research. So if people don't understand that, then they're simply not up to date with the scientific research, which means that, and it's also like, if I was so focused on selling the supplements, I would have to lower price. I have to which cuts into I have such slim profit margins already. And then it's like, I have to get them Amazon, but they have to manufacture their facilities and I have to compromise on product quality. Like, you don't even know the shit that would go into trying to scale only supplements. So maybe I scale tea. Maybe I scale soap. Maybe I scale posters. Maybe I scale merchandise. Maybe I scale books. You know what I'm saying? Like, I think I could write these books and these books become amazing bestsellers. But I wouldn't do that if I was so focused on selling the supplements. They're already available. I've done my part. They are available. Now what I need to do is need to make more things available because I want more money so I can develop more supplements so I can be healthier. Not so you can be healthier, because I can't control you. If I cared about you being healthy, which I do, and it sucks, because I have to watch the human race that I love poison itself again and again and again and again. Like, literally, it's like, how can I care about you being healthy if you don't care about you being healthy? I can't. It becomes manipulative. So I focus on world domination, which I will achieve because my brain works and I have sound principles. And when people are like, oh my God, how is this guy dominating the world? My methods are available. So that's a brief snapshot of what I'm doing. Tune in tomorrow